your quote regarding the possibility of a UN Freedom of Information Act, which I know we've discussed in the past. You are quoted in the Columbia Journalism Review today as saying that there was no pursuing of a UN Freedom of Information Act because, quote, there were differing views among member states about what constituted openness, said Stefan Dujarric, spokesman for Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, in an email. So I wanted to know how, first of all, what's the extent of the opposition among member states? And number two, how can member states' objections make it impossible for the Secretariat to create some type of procedure for releasing its own budgetary information, for example, his travels, things like that?
I think as you well know, this is a member states organization. So I think I think if you have more focused questions on what member states' positions are, you should ask the member states. What I was referring to is a proposal that was put forward if my memory serves me right, to the General Assembly in 2006 for the establishment of a procedure, an office that would be akin to a Freedom of Information office, right, which demanded budgetary and other actions by the General Assembly. The General Assembly never took action on that. I do think, however, that the UN is much more transparent than maybe it's perceived. I think there's information available through the archives. There's a lot of public information available through the library, through the websites, and whenever we can, we share whatever information is not available through those sources with you.
Very quickly, does he favor putting basically the Freedom of Information Act gives journalists and the public a right to request and a duty to respond? Does he favor that, and could he do it by Secretary General's bulletin?
I think these things have implications for member states, and they have large budgetary implications, and those have to be dealt with by the General Assembly. Mr.